Shab. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I'm a little bit late.
Nui.
Benui? Benui. Benui. Charity, thank you so much for the 5 months. Sun, Sprite, thank you so much. We'll start in a second. I just need... God, this game is heck. Was being cut. For some reason, when I put Full HD on my game, it just does not work. Whatever resolution he puts is not Full HD.
Hello, Lua. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. Oh boy. What is it? Hello, hello. Hello, Caris. Hello, hello. Miss Face Your Face. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, everyone. Hi. We'll start in a second. Hey. Hey, Mikal. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. Michigan is in a few days, right? Yeah, I've traveled too much. I didn't want to travel even more. And I just moved. So my setup will be slightly different. Especially for the picky ones. The last picky ones, I don't think you'll see much of a difference. Yes, I know, Zenary. I was about to say, Zenary will definitely see a difference. I'm still adjusting the lights and all this, but for me to make everything perfect today, I wouldn't be able to stream today. So I will make it perfect, but oh man, look at this. Why is this game like this? There we go. It's good enough, right? High five! Considering I had to do it all yesterday, I feel like it's quite good. Hello. You like the floor? Yeah, I like the floor too. Are you my mother, Zenray? That was the first thing my mom said. You must be my mother. How is the moving process? I would rather not talk about it. God. Hey, thank you. Did you see the Veilguard video on YouTube? I was very nervous about the video because I feel like people have strong feelings about Dragon Age, and I didn't want my fear of people's feelings to affect my judgment. Does that make sense? I find that it's more useful to you guys if I just tell you how I felt while playing the game. And that's kind of what I went for in the video. So I told you guys in the video the things that were nice, the things that were, I don't know, the things that I couldn't pay attention to. So in the video, did I see dragons? I did see a dragon. It was fun. Pedro. That doesn't count as a spoiler, right? In Dragon Age, like, don't you expect to see dragon? And what else? I tried to make the video how I felt while playing the game, while I was there. I need you guys to understand one thing, okay? What I played was basically a demo. There were like beginning parts, a little bit after the beginning parts. There were like a little bit later parts, all in the first act of the game. But I couldn't just sit there and play the game like in one sit in a row, you know? So we kind of like jump around. Usually how game previews are also, you're always like guided. So I got to see a lot of what they wanted to show. Like a little tapas. Thank you so much for your support. Your blackjack and hookahs for my bunny. Thank you. I don't think anything will change in the game, Eleanor. I feel like it's quite late for them to change anything in the game. The game is coming out, so they're definitely not working on that. I didn't have somebody watching me over I was playing, but there were people walking around. So there were parts that we were allowed to record, and there were parts that we were allowed to play but not record. They wanted to avoid like huge spoilers and things like that. So the parts with more spoilers, I wasn't allowed to record. Like I did see a dragon, and this dragon part I couldn't record. I saw another boss that I thought was fun, but that one I would not even say anything. When we were playing the game on stream, I would definitely make the silly jokes, I think. Another thing is, I was basically where's that? Thank you so much for the 29 months. Thank you. Another thing that I need to tell you guys is a game preview like this, there is usually a lot going on. So I was in a huge gymnasium, and they put like 4 rows of computers, and there were like 4 rows of computers, and there was a stage where we got to talk with the devs later, and there was a lot of people. So when you play a game in a place like that, it's not like you were at home. and you are in silence and you can fully focus on what you're doing. There's people walking by, there's people in the other computer sometimes talking to you, there's sometimes questions that happen and I called people. So yes, Naluni, I'll make sure. So what I'm saying is there are some things that I might have missed, and even though I was able to record, there were also some things that I just couldn't pay as much attention to. Does it make sense? Do you think Dragon Age is more accessible than Dragon's Dogma? Absolutely. Dragon Age is definitely more accessible than Dragon's Dogma, and I would say that Dragon Age is a game that you play for the story. Dragon's Dogma, if they deleted the story of that game, the game wouldn't lose anything. So Dragon's Dogma and Dragon Age, they are absolutely very different games. They are games for different people even, but I love both of them. The gameplay of Dragon Age, it's very different than any other Dragon Age. Like, it's more like Mass Effect. And, except it doesn't have guns. Instead, you have, like, magic. Yes, nobody expects the Dragon Age Inquisition as well. Chungus. Love your name. I think I told you that before. Yeah, my Mind Flayer boyfriend did not come. Yeah, sorry. I just moved. I moved yesterday. That's why things are a little bit different. But I'll get my Mind Flayer boyfriend, and tomorrow you guys will be able to see his sexy tentacles. He's okay. You don't need to worry about him. Did Felix? Felix is right there. The character creation of Dragon Age the Veilguard is actually absolutely amazing, with two exceptions. Well, one exception. The Kinari does not look good. You guys, I tried so hard. There was actually a Kinari that I made that was quite nice looking, a male Kinari. But I couldn't use the footage because they asked us to not use that part of the footage, a specific of that part of the character creator. And I couldn't share with it on the video. But I'll be honest with you, I made a kind of good looking Kunari, but even then, he still kind of looked dumb. I don't know. It wasn't still like not close to the Dragon Age Kunari. It's definitely the kind of thing that mods might help. Honestly, I find that mods will come in handy for this. Yeah, but everything else of the character creation was honestly pretty good. I did tell the devs that if they could do something like Dragon's Dogma, release the character creator ahead of time, I feel like people would really love it. Am I wrong? I think I'm right. Yeah, so I don't know what they will do, but I did tell them like multiple times. I told them I told different devs. There were like 10 devs there. I think I brought up to all of them that I spoke with, and I did not only bring up to the BioWare devs, I also brought up to the EA people. And I also told the PREA people, I literally bother people. I say, look, if you guys could release, I don't know, a little demo or character, I feel like people would like that. I personally would like that because I spent, while I was playing there, 45 minutes in the character creator. And you guys know when I play games, I usually don't. And I just really wanted to mess more with it. Oh, really? They will? Wait. So I hope it does come out. Ah, gosh, gosh. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. One second. Outraged possum. Okay, you only have 3 active skills in Dragon Age the Veilguard, but that's a little bit misleading. Because on your skill tree, you can unlock different skills and moves, but instead of being like clickable skills, it's something that you have to do combos. Like if you press X, X, Y, you will do another skill. Can I be honest with you guys? I'm not a fan of combos like that. It's kind of like not my thing. But there is more than 3 skills. Gairan, so basically, I'm not sure what difficulty we'll be playing Inquisition. Probably not too hard because we only have like a month before the game, the next game comes, and I'm not going to be playing Dragon Age Inquisition every day. We'll also be playing Baldur's Gate and other games. So again, when I want to do a challenge run in a game, I will definitely play the game in the hardest because I do like it hard. But when we're playing a game that's not only long but also very story intensive, I kind of want to. If I take too long playing a story game, people who are here in the beginning for the story, if they miss a day, by the end of the game they will not be. So I need to get a lot done as possible. So people who are following the my streams for the story, they can still do that. So since the purpose of this playthrough is a refresh of the memory, so Veilguard is, makes more sense. We are not going to be playing or doing any challenge runs right now. You're welcome. I plan on doing mostly the main quest and whatever side quest that's worth doing. I am not going to be doing. I will never do 100% playthrough of a game on my stream. It's just not possible. That's just not how streaming works. If you guys want to see every single detail of a game, you need to play the game yourselves. Nobody would want to watch that. Joe, thank you so much for your cheer, 3 sub! This was your first Dragon Age game? Awesome. Did you play the DLC? Yeah, especially not this game. The side content in this game is not very amazing, but again, if there is a side quest that's interesting, like for example, in Dragon Age 2, we did the quest where we got a threesome. To me, that's an interesting quest. So if there is a side quest that enables the possibility for threesomes and... Yes, Joe, actually, this game has a very good DLC. Basically, the ending of this game is on a DLC, Trespasser. It's a really good... Oh, by the way, you guys, I have played Inquisition before. However, I have the memory of a fucking goldfish. I don't remember anything except Josephine has a very sexy accent. And I also remember singing. And I remember Iron Bull saying how Kinari fucked their mothers. But that's it. I don't remember anything else. I remember parts. I remember I liked the game. I remember I really liked the DLC, but I don't remember anything specific. So please, no spoilers. Goldfish can actually learn and remember tricks. Fuck you. You only remember Salazar? Yeah. So I also remember to not spend long in the hinterlands. We're going to speed run that fucking place. Currently, nice. Borix, I remember that they sing at some point, and I remember that the game before the singing, it was hard to keep playing. It felt like a drag. But as soon as the singing started, then the game got really fucking good. Does that make sense? I remember that being like a clear pa and pa. It's a clear difference. The moment that they start singing, pa, the game becomes good. Before the singing, oh god. So we're gonna hurry to get to the singing. Hopefully we'll get to the singing today. And then we go. I don't even remember why they sing, but I remember they sing. Do you guys have any question about the Veilguard before we start? I will still be answering questions after the after we start playing the game, but I'm going to be less, you know, more distracted. Did I like the combat? Did you enjoy the Veilguard? Did it feel like it dragged on? Did you see any spiders in Dave? I actually did. Did you enjoy playing a VG? Okay, hold on. Oh, I am so sorry, not Sunny. Oh, it does. The one in Act 3? Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on, I will answer all these questions at once. What type of character am I planning to play on Inquisition? Inquisition questions later. For now, I'm taking Veilguard questions. Disturbed, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you. Were there any bunnies in that? There was a Nug, and I squealed when I saw the Nug. They were so cute. Cabin in the Woods, thank you. Okay, is Dave hard? Okay. Lilena, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the prime. Some of these questions I go through on my video on my YouTube channel. So for those of you on Twitch, feel free to watch my YouTube video. And if you have any questions, you can leave a comment on the video. Or if I missed your question during this stream, you can leave. I have been responding to most questions I can. Levelan, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Varric's chest hair is still present. Varric's chest hair. Okay. This is still a cosplay of Varric in the Veilguard. Mighty Avatar, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you. Okay. Overall, yes, I had fun playing the Veilguard. The beginning of the game was really slow. It wasn't like slow, but like in the beginning, it, for some reason, I don't know if it was I was in a very stressful environment, like I told you guys, and not only that I was in a very stressful environment, I was really worried because I have never been in a preview game event that I could record my own footage, and I was really like anxious because I didn't know what you guys would want me to focus on and pay attention to. So it was very overwhelming. So I don't know if it's because of that or also because of the game itself, but in the beginning of the Veilguard, I was a little bit worried. I wasn't really too much into the game. It's not like it was unfun. It was just, I just didn't really connect with it. And I don't know. But again, I was in a very stressful environment, doing something I never did before. However, the more that I played the game, the more I got into it. And by the end, I really liked it. And I really wanted to play more. And I say that in every aspect of the game. Not only the story, but also the gameplay. I had the exact same thing happen. Both the story and the gameplay, they became a lot better as I went on. It could be that the game also suffers from what Inquisition suffers. We were just talking about soon as the people sing in Inquisition, the game becomes a lot better. Okay, Kaga, the banter was weak as fuck. From the parts I could play. Remember, the banter, especially I was playing Dragon Age 2 recently, and the banter, but again, remember, you know how certain dialogues of banter they play at different parts of the game? It could be related at the parts of the game that we had a display test. The companions were meant to banter less? I don't know, but there are some parts that you guys understand what I mean, right? Artemis, thank you so much. But overall, the cutscenes were a lot better than Dragon Age usually has cutscenes. I find that the cutscenes in Dragon Age are a lot more bland. And in that game, it felt better. The motion, the expressions of the character, it felt a little bit weird. It wasn't Mass Effect Andromeda weird, but it just felt like something was missing. You know, when I talk, you can see that a little bit of my nose moves, a little bit of my throat moves. There's a lot of parts of my face that moves. And I feel like there was something in the character's face that was missing to move to make it feel natural. But again, I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, so every question that I'm answering, I'm trying to be broad as possible. I'm not going to mention any spoilers of the game. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, Slava, thank you so much for the 10 months of support. To Blackjack and Huggers for my bunny. And thank you again, Optimus. Thank you. Thank you. Nice, Lilia. So happy to have you here. And thank you so much for your support. You're so sweet. Boo. I moved yesterday. So I'm kind of like a mess. And that's also why I was a little bit late and everything's kind of all over the place. Did I get any romance scenes? No. I got to flirt a little bit, but no. I didn't really get to know a lot about the characters. Personally, it's not the kind of thing that I was really looking into, but I expected to not be a fan of Belara before I played the game, but for some reason, while I was playing the preview of the game, I always had her in my party. So I think I like her. Subconsciously. I can't really tell you why, but I just liked her, having her around. Gosh. If there is no nose animations, oh gosh. If Isabella is or not in the game, I don't know. I don't know if any of the old companions are in the game. Again, we played a very tailored section of the game. It was kind of like a demo, even though like the demo like jumped a little. They didn't show us anything like that. Well, Varric is, but that's obvious, right? I mean, it's kind of in the trailer. But I was talking about any of the others that's not there. Morrigan is also in the game. She shows in the trailer. Oh my gosh, Zifo. Okay, so I was talking with one of the devs. I actually recorded an interview with some of the devs and they were really nice. I did tell the dev that my favorite thing about Dragon Age is how horny the game is. He said that this game might be hornier than Dragon Age 2. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's happening. I doubt it so hard. But I could be wrong. Again, the parts that I of the game that I
My
got to
mother
play.
saw me watching you streaming and she said that's the reason you can't get a date. Staring beautiful girl over a monitor. I'm hurt.
Nigga, thank you for the 1 year of support. Tell your mom that your dad has a bigger chance with me than you have, and I tell you to go outside, and your dad has 0 chances with me. I'm not here to date anyone, I'm here to blab about video games. In fact, maybe your mother has more chance with me than anybody else in your family. Now that I think about it. Thank you so much for the 1 year of support though. No, this is not a dating channel. I'm here so you guys can watch me date NPCs and have sex with NPCs and hopefully organize orgies with NPCs. The cities felt big. Pedro, the cities that I got to play, I'll be honest with you, I didn't walk around like way too much. I was trying to play very like objective. I had to do like 5 different sections of the game, and there were lots of like notes and things that I could do. So I was really looking at the clock non-stop, and I was trying to play the game fast as possible so I could see everything. I couldn't just go around and explore. But from the fast glance that I had, the cities did feel big. But again, I could be wrong because I didn't have the time to actually put in exploration. Zlava, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you. One thing that I did notice about the cities though, especially since we were playing Kingdom Come and we played Skyrim recently, I really didn't miss, you know, when NPCs, they move around in the city and they have a schedule. I know Dragon Age has never done that, but that's something that I really love when RPGs do that, because it feels like the world becomes so much more immersive when you do that. Is the music too loud? Maybe I should lower it a little. Mega Geo, they didn't feel like, again, the parts that I saw, they didn't feel empty. But then again, they didn't. If you're expecting a realistic looking city and realistic with people like moving around and going to their homes and all this, Kingdom Come. I don't think Dragon Age ever had that. It's just a different type of game. Again, Wale, this is the kind of thing that every Dragon Age has been like. If you're expecting Dragon Age out of Dragon Age Veilguard, you're probably going to get Dragon Age. But if you're expecting another game that's not Dragon Age, some imaginary game that you made up in your mind by mixing and matching out the RPGs you ever played, you're not going to get that. But, you know. Saldrick, thank you. Thank you so much for 7 months. Thank you. Tatris, Veilguard. You're expecting Age of the Dragon. Do Avenging the Fish God in Baldur's Gate 3. We'll definitely avenge. We'll go back to playing Baldur's Gate soon. But today I wanted to play Dragon Age because the NDA just left it. Is there any romance? Is there romance in Kingdom Come? Oh yeah, you can fuck. In fact, you can see some fucking in the trailer. But again, I liked the game. I had fun. I liked the game. The combat definitely felt, you know, different, but it was a fun different, or at least I warmed up to it pretty fast. It just felt good to play. I don't know. The UI doesn't look great, but it's very functional. Like, the UI tells you everything you need to know. The UI is actually very good at guiding clueless people into doing the things. Maybe the UI holds your hand a little bit much. Overall, the game holds your hands a lot, like on everything. Oh, hey, Luca,
Stay
thank
the way
you.
you are. You're amazing and watching your stream is hilarious. Less than 3.
Oh, thank you. Does it feel like a Dragon Age? GM Workshop. Can we play some Inquisition before? It definitely felt. It definitely felt like Dragon Age, but at the same time, it felt like Dragon Age and Mass Effect had sex, and this is their baby. Does that make sense? Thank you so much for super, Lico. Mega Guild, it could be that it felt handy-holdy because I wasn't the start of the game, yes. And apparently, the game does open up, so you can, like, it becomes less linear. I didn't get to that part of the game. Because I feel like, to me, I feel like two things that the Dragon Age fans might miss.
Watching your streams has provides a way for me to chill and be engaged. Thank you for your smile, your personality,
Oh,
and
thank
the light
you.
you bring into our lives.
Oh, thank you.
And good luck with everything you pursue.
Oh, thank you so much, Anonymous. That's so incredibly kind of you. High five! Thank you. I'm pretty sure the IGN people played the exact same thing that I did. Everyone played the exact same thing if they did. If they are mentioning about bigger areas, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't remember saying. Again, time was very short to do everything there was to do and see everything there was to see. I personally didn't see that. I played a lot of like the guidelines that they told me, but again, time was limited, and a lot of the side stuff, some of it, not a lot actually, I did most of it. Some side stuff I couldn't do. I think for the Dragon Age fans, the two biggest things is that it kind of felt like Dragon Age 2, the maps. Except there's different maps. Does it make sense? You know how in Dragon Age 2, it's very linear. But the problem with Dragon Age 2 is that every 3 quests you go to the same maps. Yes, it's kind of like a Dragon Age 2 mashup, but a little bit of Inquisition. But the maps felt very linear that I played. Salted Caramel, I am not held by any NDA, and in fact, I have told you guys that there were things I liked and things I didn't like about the game. BioWare didn't even ask me to make a video. BioWare didn't ask me to talk about the game. BioWare didn't do anything. They at no point and no, I didn't sign anything that required me to be positive or anything. Again, I had fun playing the game. I feel like you're projecting. The game is different, but it was fun. Yeah, the Dragon Age Origin maps were very linear. Yes, Apero. So it felt a lot like the Origins world style and maps, and also Dragon Age 2. The other thing, personally, I prefer this than what they made for Inquisition. Inquisition felt like a giant single-player MMO with a lot of dead zones, and it felt like the content of the game is not bad, but it's just very, like, scarce, like, spread apart. And there is a lot of, like, dead stuff in between. Can you speak about the world state customization? I can speak about that. I just... You can't import your character, and there is nothing like the... There is nothing like the... The Dragon Age Keeper. I don't know. I don't know if I can, actually. I just don't remember. Or at least not yet. It could be that they released something. I don't know. Again, I just don't know. That was just not something that was I interacted with. Zephyr, thank you so much for the 5 months. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Do I know the playtime for the game? I've heard the game is quite long. The UI was good or not? I feel like UI comes in different ways. When it comes to like being functional, telling you what things do, it was good. When it comes to being pleasing to look at, it was not. Is it like Baldur's Gate 3 long? No, I doubt it. I doubt it. No, maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to guess maybe half of Baldur's Gate. I don't know. I do know that... how do I say this? This is something that when I started playing the game, in the very beginning, I had a bad feeling that the game would be kind of like very linear. That like my playthrough and your playthrough would be basically the same. But the more that I played and also the more that I discussed things with the devs, I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like there's going to be lots of choices when it comes. Like, I got to do a very big choice in the game that not only changes like your relationship with companions, but it also completely changes certain places in the world. And I have heard that that's one of many. So as you play the game, you'll be faced with a bunch of different choices, and things can be quite different for people. I also spoke with people who did some of the testing of the game, and they say that after their play sessions, they would discuss, and the things that happened for them were quite different. I personally asked them quite a bit about this because it was something that it was, you know, kind of worrying me. Did it feel like dark fantasy? Dragon Age hasn't been dark fantasy since Origins. And Dragon Age 2, no, it did not feel like dark fantasy. There were some dark moments. Like, there were some moments where I saw some people getting tortured and executed in very gruesome ways. It's actually in my video, if you want to see some of it. But... So it was definitely darker than I expected from the trailer. Yes, you can recreate your Inquisitor. Do we consider Baldur's Gate 3 dark fantasy? No. I don't think Baldur's Gate 3 is dark fantasy. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is fantasy. I think Dragon Age Inquisition and Dragon Age Veilguard, I would call it high fantasy. I feel like Baldur's Gate is kind of in between. High fantasy, it's something more like, you know, fleshy. Yeah, forward, but I feel like it's kind of like in the middle because like Act 2 is very, I don't know. It's something in between. I did not see any brood mothers. Can you pause during cutscenes? Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah. I think you can pause the game whenever, if I remember correctly. Can I? I think we can. I remember something happening that I was very thankful that I could pause. I will take a look at my notes because again I recorded it. If my editors can help me remind and stuff. Yeah. Can you save during a cutscene? I haven't tried. I didn't try. I'm sorry. I should have tried. No, I didn't see blood magic. Baldur's Gate 3 is heroic fantasy. It it gets as bad as grim as dark fantasy, but hope sour prevail. Maybe, I don't know. Again, Baldur's Gate. It feels like I don't know, a more like in between the dark and the high fantasy. There were some bugs or glitches. Actually, Dark Ice Wolf, the game, I didn't see a single bug or glitches. In fact, the game was very fucking stable. I don't remember playing a game that was that stable in a while. But again, that was kind of like a demo that we played. I don't know how the game will be, but everything that I played was very stable. Like, it didn't feel... I was also using a very good computer, but it didn't feel like laggy or weird or clunky. Like, no, it just didn't. I think I did have a crash, though. And when my game crashed, it was kind of like a big deal. Like, a bunch of devs came, and they were like, what the hell? Like, everyone seemed shocked. I feel like I was the only person that the game crashed on. It wasn't the character creation. And then, like, they took, like, the logs from my computer and all that. They seem to really have cared. I feel like while I was there, I feel like at least more than 100 people might have played the game. And I feel like I was the only crash. Here's the thing, Beer and Cake. I literally break every game I touch. It's on brand. You guys know it. I think the reason why my game crashed, it was because I was excessively timing the game out, in and out. Because I wanted to make sure I was recording the footage well. Yeah. Again, they will probably fix the crash that I had. Again, other than that, the game was absolutely flawless when it comes to stability. A lot more stable than my mental health. Yeah, thank you, Kings. Okay, so you can absolutely pause during the cutscenes. I remembered, right? Yeah. You can absolutely pause during the cutscenes. Adri, no, I don't remember. If they say no, the PC... I didn't try the game on low settings. Oh, thank you, Mainhole. You're sweet. For me, best... Illuminist, this game is kind of like a mix between Dragon Age and Mass Effect. It felt like the Dragon Age and Mass Effect, they have been progressively corrupting each other during the years. And this was the most Mass Effect Dragon Age I have seen. I don't say this as good or bad, I just say it as a fact. Some people will probably see it as good, some people will see it as bad. I'm just saying how it is. It's up to you to judge. Again, I don't gain anything convincing you guys to play the game. I don't care. Ultimately, if you decide to play the game or not play the game, it's up to you. What I want to do well is to help you decide if the game is for you or not. Because I would hate for you to get a game that then you come back to me and you hate it. Yeah, I'll play the game. I'll definitely be playing the game. I'm not sure. I might want to romance Lucanis just because his accent is hot, but I'm not sure. Again, for those of you who are expecting a Baldur's Gate out of Dragon Age, you're not getting it. I'm sorry. It's It's an RPG. It's fantasy, but that's it. My mom could be considered as an RPG. RPG is such a broad term. You could be an RPG. Can you play the game without have playing the first Dragon Age games? Okay, so I went out of my way to talk with everyone that tried the game who haven't played any Dragon Age before, Dark Hearts with, because of people like you. I can't give you an objective view on the game as somebody who has played the other Dragon Ages for this question. But I spoke with 3 different people who have never played Dragon Age before. And they all say that it was fine. They had no trouble picking up and following up the story. One of them was a little bit frustrated with the rogue high-level combat, but the other really liked the combat. So I feel like it could be a personal taste thing. I did notice that the classes, I tried all of them, and it's not that one class is bad and the other is good. It's more like different people will like different stuff. Like Rogue is a much faster paced playstyle, so you have to keep hitting enemies, avoid getting hit. It's very Rogue. The Warrior is the more like tanky and crowd control playstyle, and the Mage is like magic everywhere. So it depends on the type of player that you are. The different classes will feel different. So maybe he picked the wrong class for him. I honestly don't know what class I will play. Mega Guilty, I am going to go with a no, because usually Dragon Age is affected depending on the story of the game is affected depending on the class you play. Yeah, so I don't think you can change classes mid-play through. Again, you guys need to expect Dragon Age out of this game. This is not any other game. In Dragon Ages, you could never change your classes in the middle of the game. You guys know, you know. You can change your subclasses, no? Can you change your class? Can my editors double check the mirror for me? The options in the mirror? You can definitely change your subclass, maybe. You can also edit your character at any point. Like, there is a character creation, but you can always fully, completely change your character. Not the race. I'm not sure about the class. I don't think so about the class. Subclass you can change because that's skills. But you can completely change how your character looks in the middle of the game. You can change your name, you can change your gender, you can change whatever you want in the middle of the game. We'll start the gaming soon. Sorry, people had a lot of questions. Maybe Exotic Hunter, maybe. Maybe. That honestly, that kind of makes sense. I had forgotten about that mod. Is the endgame of Warrior also slow? No. Again, Sherikai, the builds of the characters can make them feel different. Endgame Warrior was actually my favorite Warrior. It felt like really good. I felt like the endgame Warrior, I did the same section with Mage and Warrior. Mage was extremely effective at some areas, and Warrior, it was just consistently good. But it could also be because it was also my first time playing Mage, so I was still learning it. But it felt really good. Every class felt good that I tried. They just felt, again, different. I have no idea which class I would be playing. I honestly have no clue. I like them all. They just felt different. So if you're going for consistency, I would say Warrior is a safe bet. If you like a faster playstyle, go for Rogue. And if you like magic things and AoEs everywhere, go for Mage. everyone kind of have AoEs. Whenever you combo skills with your teammates, there was like a huge AoE in the screen. Mondongo! Oh, Mondongo! Oh my gosh, Revenant, thank you so much. We're about to start Dragon Age Inquisition. Mondongo! You guys having a good day or Mondongo day? Hey, Mondongo! Thank you, thank you. How is your stream? What were you guys playing? Hey, Mondongo! Thank you, Revenant. I missed you. I hope you have been well. We need to catch up. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Frostpunk 2. Nice. Are you enjoying it? Listen, you guys. Let me quickly introduce myself. Well, fast introductions. We're about to start playing Dragon Age Inquisition. A week and a half ago, I got to play Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and for like 5 hours, and I was answering people questions. Raise Boo? Good question. Oh, he's here. He's under the chair. He will come later. Yes, if you guys want to watch, there is a video on my commentary on the game, and I also have like questions. Revenant likes Dragon Age 4? What's my opinion on this? Revenant loves the new Veilguard? Visser, my opinion on the Veilguard is that I wasn't sure about the game. Like, that first trailer was really... It felt really like not Dragon Age. But the more that I actually have been interacting with the game, I played the game for like 5 hours. The game is kind of growing on me. I feel like it's a grower. Do I regret playing that? No. Again, the game felt... in the beginning, I was a little bit disconnected from the game, but the more I played the game, the more I got into it. Do you guys... What's your Dragon Age favorite character? Is it Varric? I have a great Varric cosplay. Oh, I don't have a Morrigan cosplay. Sorry. Best I can do is Varric. Sorry. If you guys want, I can brush my chest hair. Cassandra? Okay. Well, for you. Again, if you guys want to hear my thoughts on the Veilguard after playing it, I just released a YouTube video on that. Again, in my video, I'm not trying to convince you guys to like or dislike the game. I don't gain anything with that. I was just telling how I felt as I was playing the game and what happened as I was playing the game. I don't care if you guys like the game or hate the game. It doesn't affect me in any way. My only objective of the video was to help you make your decision if it's a game for you or not. I talk about the things that I like, I talk about the things I disliked. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be here for quite a few hours. That's actually a Revenant cosplay? Oh boy. Oh boy. Thank you so much for the raid, Revenant. Thank you, I appreciate that. If you guys speak Spanish, Revenant is awesome. Awesome. I don't lie, sweetie. Again, BioWare didn't pay me to do anything. They paid for my trip. And people who are saying like, oh, you got bought out by BioWare, they gave us basically stale food. If they were trying to buy us, they did a piss poor job. In fact, I've been to other gaming events that they were a lot nicer to us. This event was basically sit there, have some stale snacks, and just play the game. It was the game preview that I got to play the game for the longest, and there was not much else besides playing the game. Did it feel like the companions were lively? The Exotic Thunder... It was too early to tell. Again, I was in a game preview event is different than just like playing the game straightforward for 5 hours. So we had to jump into different sections to see different things in the game that they wanted to show. So, and I was also in a gymnasium with 4 rows of computers, like 100 people around me playing the game as well. It was very loud, it was very noisy. It was hard for me to pay attention to the story. Overall, the beginning of the game, I felt disconnected. The more that I played the game, it grew on me. That's why I call the game a grower. By the end of the gameplay section, I really wanted to play more. I got into the combat quite a bit. It was fun. I also got more connected with the story as I spent time of the game, and that's much I can tell you. I can't review the game. I didn't play enough the game to know if the game is going to be good or bad. But it was just a first impression. As a first impression, I feel like the game is definitely a grower. The talking voice lines, the voice acting felt natural. Some companions, I feel like they were better than others. There was some... The motion cap of the facial expressions, they didn't feel like Mass Effect Andromeda, but it felt a little bit that it could be better. Like, it felt sometimes a little bit uncanny. It just felt like at times people didn't move their face. You know, when I talk, you can see my throat moving, you can see a little bit of my nose, you can see a bunch of things in my face moving. It felt like the companions didn't move enough of their face while they were talking at times. I actually think, like, the face of the companions is kind of like the thing. I'm really curious how a sex scene will be, because the companions look more cartoony than it is of my taste. But the world itself looked nice. Yeah, Lady Justice. But then again, I feel like I felt somewhat similar also for Kingdom Come. I'm a very expressive person. So whenever motion capture, especially facial motion capture, it's not like perfect. I feel like I feel a little bit odd. Did you guys know that people who apply Botox, there's some studies that they seem less likely to recognize some facial expressions? You just unlearn them. I use my face and I'm very expressive, so I'm very picky with facial expressions. Yeah, Baldur's Gate definitely spoiled us with motion cap. Botox is also really good for migraines. Yeah. But again, the game still seemed fun. I would definitely play the game. I'll definitely try. I'm not sure how it's gonna be. I'm not sure if, you know, but playing the game definitely made me... I left the gameplay thing with a better impression of the game than I had before. Dragon Age or Mass Effect? Honestly, I like both. This was the most Mass Effect Dragon Age. Yes, this is the most Mass Effect Dragon Age. Dragon Age and Mass Effect, they have been kind of like becoming more like the other as the years goes by, and this is peak. Some people will think that's a good thing, some people will think it's a bad thing. It's just how it is, it's a fact. I gain nothing for convincing you one way or the other. The only thing that I care for is that if you decide that the game is for you or not. Fazendata, thank you. Okay, I think we start. Do you guys have any question? In what way it's more like Mass Effect? Like everything. It just felt like overall more like Mass Effect. It's more linear. I didn't play Mass Effect Andromeda. No, Boo is sleeping. But we'll give him treats later. I got the... yeah. Kevin, if it's excessive Botox, yes. Well, okay, thank you so much for the Prime. There are some studies on that. Hey, Cal. If Dave flops, Sven will definitely not bother buying it. I feel like if Dragon Age fails, it will be the last Dragon Age game ever done. And we'll probably never hear from Mass Effect either. I don't know if BioWare will stay around. Because BioWare had 2 games that didn't do well. And if this game is also like that, I think EA will just close BioWare. Okay, thank you so much for your support to Blackjack and Hookers from my bunny. Thank you. So, and I don't think other games they want to. I'm pretty sure Larian wants to do their own thing. Honestly, after seeing a lot of successful studios close in this year and last year after releasing successful games, don't get me wrong, I'm the first person to talk shit about EA. I was literally telling you guys how EA fucked me in the ass without lube last week. And in fact, I told a person from EA exactly that. But for all their flaws, it's kind of crazy that they didn't close BioWare. And that's honestly kind of nice of them, that they're giving them a chance. Pelagius, thank you so much for the 18 months. Thank you. By the way, you guys, next week, Pelagius, thank you. Thank you. Hammer, thank you so much for the prime. You guys, on September 26th, 1 week from now, I am going to have a sponsorship with somebody that you guys might know or heard about. Felicia Day? Felicia Day and I will be playing a game on 1 week from now. I will let you guys know as we get closer. So 1 week from now, it's going to be like usually after the time that I normally end my stream, so it's going to be later at night. And 1 week from now, yeah, we'll be playing a very Dungeons and Dragons dungeon game, RPG game. Yes, I'm super excited. Yep. Yeah, that should be fun. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I did play the Veilguard, but only for 5 hours. Again, I have been talking about the Veilguard for like 1 hour and 9 minutes. Yes, Felicia Day. Yeah. First time I saw Felicia Day, you guys know that song, Do You Want to Date My Avatar? That was the first time I saw Felicia Day. I feel like that song is... The video of that song is 15 years old on YouTube. She's cool. Yeah, she's cool. Yeah, so 1 week from now, I can't wait. We'll be playing together. Yeah, she's a new Vegas shoe. Nice. Did I say anything about mod support? Greed. No. They didn't. I don't think they're worried about that right now. Like, they're probably going to release the game. If they add any mod support, it's going to be like Baldur's Gate did later down the road. But again, that's just my assumption. Any other questions? I can still answer questions as we go. I recommend those of you who haven't to watch the video that I put on my YouTube of the Veilguard if you want to know more details. And if after that you still have any questions, feel free to ask me. Or leave a comment on my video. I'll get to it after I'm done streaming. Hold on. You can only change appearance in the mirror? Name and voice, not the class? Thank you, Kings. Thank you for checking for me. I don't remember seeing that, Shirakai.
It came out recently that Dragon Age Inquisition sold beyond DA's expectations.
Really, Anonymous? I believe it. I feel like Dragon Age Inquisition is the best-selling Dragon Age today. Do we do the keep? Hold on. Do we do the Dragon Keep? I have like a setup. Again, you guys, I have played Dragon Age Inquisition before, but I have a very, very shit memory. The only thing that I remember about this game is the Iron Bull saying that he fucked his mother, the singing, Josephine had a very sexy accent, and that I liked it. But I don't remember anything else. So please, no spoilers. Thank you. And hold on. Let me